Have you ever wondered how high you could jump if you lived on a different planet? Pack your spacesuit because your slam dunk skills depend entirely on where you are standing in the solar system. This diagram shows what happens whenever you stand on the ground. You experience a constant, invisible downward pull. Scientists call this specific force surface gravity. Here on Earth, we measure this standard pull as exactly 1g. That simply stands for 1 unit of Earth's gravity, and it sets the baseline for human movement. But the moment you leave our home world and travel across the solar system, that gravitational force changes drastically. So if you can't quite make that dunk, don't blame your legs. Your athletic limits are strictly bound by the measurable physical forces of the planet you're standing on. To figure out exactly how high you could leap elsewhere, we have to transition from physical muscle to theoretical math, using a basic rule discovered by Isaac Newton. This animation illustrates the first variable, total mass. The overall mass of a planet dictates the raw strength of its downward pull. Simply put, an object with more mass pulls harder on anything standing on it. The second variable is the radius. This is the exact distance from the heavy center of that planetary mass out to the surface where you are trying to jump. Gravity follows an inverse square law. This mathematical principle means that the further away you move from the center of the mass, the exponentially weaker the gravitational pull becomes. Every single jump you take across the entire universe is simply a mathematical negotiation between those two exact physical variables. Let's test this math by taking a quick trip to Mars to see how a lighter environment affects our leap. The red planet possesses only about 10% of Earth's total mass, and a radius that is roughly half the size of ours. When you calculate those exact variables, the surface gravity on Mars comes out to just 38% as strong as it is on Earth. You could effortlessly leap over rocky craters. The environment on the Moon is even more forgiving. Its surface gravity measures in at a mere 1/6 of Earth's downward pull. The math suggests you could achieve incredible vertical heights in a lunar crater, but the physical constraints of human survival quickly interfere with the theory. Look at astronaut John Young. His actual jumping height on the Moon was heavily restricted by a 30-pound spacesuit. The stiff pressurization inside the gear made it incredibly difficult to even bend his knees. Even when a planet's math practically begs you to soar, your biology and the heavy life support equipment required to keep you breathing put a firm cap on your physical capabilities. Now let's pivot sharply from low gravity and look at the most extreme boundary in our solar system, Jupiter. You should definitely abandon any plans for athletic feats on this massive gas giant. If you tried to stand at its visible surface, you would experience a crushing surface gravity, over 2.5 times stronger than what you feel on Earth. The sheer mass of the planet completely overrides any upward momentum your leg muscles can generate, turning a simple jump into a physical impossibility. Let's safely return to the comfortable 1g of Earth before we pull a muscle. Achieving a new high jump record requires packing your bags and relocating to the specific mass and radius of the Moon. Thank you for watching Stickman Physics. If you enjoyed this planetary adventure, hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments which planet we should analyze next. Because no matter how hard you train in the gym, your grandest athletic dreams are ultimately dictated by the strict, invisible rules of the universe.